Alright, on today's video, we are back at the range, and today we are out here with the Sar9 Socom. Now this gun is clear, no mag, nothing in the chamber. Now the gun looks different now because we have put the Strike Industries Micro Comp quad on it. We've tested this out on some other guns on the channel. We've had it on the Beretta APX A1 Tactical. We've had it on the Taurus G3 Tactical. And now we have it on the Sar9 Socom. Now there's a couple reasons why I'm doing this video today. The first reason is, one, I said when we got the Sar9 Socom that we would run it with a comp and we would run it suppressed. Now the second reason I'm doing this video today is over at the Fat Guy with Guns channel, and I'll link that in the description below. He also picked up a Sar9 Socom. And in that video, he was running it with the Micro Comp quad, and he was having all kinds of issues. Now, we've had issues with guns and compensators quite a bit on this channel, and we have kind of had to work our way through them, whether it was changing out the guide rod and spring. We might have upped a powder charge on a reload a little bit, but we've always been able to get them to work. So what we're going to do today, I brought out some factory ammo. We got some 115 grain CCI Blazer. We got some 115 grain Armscore and PMC Bronze, I do believe, and I think we might have some Federal 115 grain. So we're going to test all those. I also brought out my reloads, which are the 124 grain Steel Valley casting bullets, and they're sitting on the 5 grains of CFE pistol, and we did up our charge from 4.8 to 5 to run with all the guns that we have on the channel that have comps on them. So hopefully, if we have issues with the factory ammo, my reloads are going to work with the Micro Comp quad on the Sar9 Socom. All right, we're going to kick this off with 10 rounds of 115 grain CCI Blazer. Here we go. All right, ran them all, locked back. So far, so good. All right, this time we got 10 rounds of 115 grain Armscore loaded up. Here we go. All right, it ran all 10. It did lock back. I did notice that we are getting a weird ejection pattern, and that is something that I've noticed quite a bit with this comp running factory ammo, so take that for what it is. All right, this time we got 10 rounds of 115 grain PMC Bronze loaded up. Here we go. All right, so here we had a failure. So we got a failure to feed, and that was on the very last round. That ammo was pretty weak compared to the last two that we shot. So PMC Bronze, definite failure. All right, this time we got 10 rounds of Remington UMC loaded up. Let's see how these do. All right, we had a stovepipe and a failure to feed. All right, and we had failure to lock back on the last round, so Remington UMC was a failure. All right, this time we're going to try something a little different. So we've got Federal Premium 124 grain law enforcement rounds loaded up. Now these are a hollow point, obviously, meant for carry and defense. These should run really good with the comp. Let's find out. Yep. All right, those ran perfect. We got locked back. You could definitely tell those rounds were a little hotter than what we've been shooting. So the 124 grain law enforcement definitely passed the test. All right, now we are at the make or break stage of this test. So we've got 10 rounds of my 124 grain Steel Valley casting reloads loaded up. Now these are sitting on top of 5 grains of CFE pistol, and I specifically made these rounds to run with my guns that have comps on them. So if this won't run with my reloads, I'm not going to leave the comp on it. All right, here we go. All right, ran them all, locked back. That's a good thing. I figured it would run with my reloads, but definitely wanted to make sure. All right, now we got the big test. So we've got 10 rounds of my 740 duty rounds loaded up. If you're not familiar with these are a 115 grain Nosler sporting handgun bullet sitting on top of 6.7 grains of power pistol. So it's a pretty nasty round. They're traveling at 1,350 feet per second out of my PDP Pro. So let's see how it runs in the Sar9 Socom. All right, ran all 10, locked back. All right, my final thoughts on the Micro Comp Quad from Strike Industries on the Sar9 Socom. I actually really enjoyed shooting this today. I could tell a difference in the way this gun feels. I've got about 600-700 rounds on this gun now, and definitely could tell the difference with the comp on here. Now, do I recommend it? For me, I'll probably end up keeping this on here. I'll end up buying another one. I like running this on my Beretta APX A1 Tactical, so I'm just going to have to get another one of these from Strike Industries and put it back on the Beretta, because I believe I'm going to keep it on here. Now, should you keep this comp on here? That's up to you. If you can find factory ammo that runs really good with this comp, do what you want. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Now, I tailor my reloads to run with these compensated guns. The 124 grain law enforcement rounds ran great, and so did the first two 115s we ran, but we were getting a weird ejection pattern with those, and that's not really a good thing either. What can you do if you want to run a comp on this gun? You're going to have to mess around with some spring weights or change out the whole guide rod and spring. That's what I had to do with my Taurus G3 Tactical, and it works fine. My Walther PDP Pro also runs great with a comp, but I'm running a ZR Tactical guide rod and spring in it. Now, I don't know what the aftermarket availability is for the Sar9 Socom. I'm sure people out there do make aftermarket guide rods and springs for the Sar9s. I'm just not real familiar with it. So at the end of the day, if you're only running factory ammo and you don't reload and you're going to leave this gun stock, then this probably isn't a good option for you. If you're a reloader, well, you can tailor your reloads to run just fine with this. So that's just my opinion. Take it for what you want. But I did have a lot of fun making this video today, and I will link Fat Guy with Guns channel down in the description below, and you can go check out his video. It's pretty cool. He puts out some pretty good content. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.